Hey, it's Trip from tripadvice.com, and I have a special presentation for you on this video. Today, we are going to be talking about one of the burning questions that guys come to me and ask in the comments, and I want to answer it for you today. So, how do you text a girl that you like? We are going to answer this. We are going to break it down. I'm going to show you some actual examples from past conversations that I've had with girls via text, so you're going to see exactly how it's done, and we're going to break it down into a simple formula so you'll be able to use it for yourself when you want to text a girl that you like. All right? So before I go into it, I want to tell you about my ultimate guide to texting. This is one of the latest blog posts, and you will find it at tripadvice.com/blog. It is obviously 100% free. It is just one of the blog posts, but it is an ultimate guide to texting. We break everything down in this guide. Don't get me wrong, we're going to go over some amazing stuff today that is not in the blog post, but see the blog post as something that is going to kind of transform your texting, because it goes into massive detail talking about exactly what to text a girl when you meet up with her, how to get her to respond to you if she hasn't responded yet, basically every little situation that you could think of in terms of when you would want or need to text a girl. So check that out after this video, tripadvice.com/blog, or you can click on the screen. I'll put a little annotation that will take you right to there, and then you can go there after we break down all the good stuff on this video. So let's get into it. So basically, what's the goal? That's what you need to know. That is the most important thing when it comes to texting. Okay, I'm telling you straight up, what is the goal? Okay, I'll tell you what the goal is. If you don't already know, the goal is to get her to meet up with you. Obviously, right? The goal isn't to just text her all day long or get into a sexting conversation, which I will be doing a video about pretty soon here. And as much as that is fun, you want to meet up with her. You want to get with her in person, right? That is the goal. So knowing that that is the goal, you need to make sure that everything you do regarding texting has to do with trying to achieve this goal. And the reason why I have to say this, as obvious as it might seem to you, is because I've worked with so many guys that have really not understood that this is the goal, because I see them texting the girl all day long, never trying to get them to meet up. Okay, and that is the point. So remember that that's the goal. Okay, moving along. So we're going to break this down. There's two scenarios in which you're going to be texting a girl, right? You either don't know her, meaning you got her number at a bar or maybe during the day, or you finally just got a girl's number and you're about to text her for the first time, okay, a first time number. So we'll go over what to do with that, and then after that I'm going to teach you what to do if there's already a girl that you have been interested in, that you got her number maybe a long time ago, or it's a girl that's in your social circle or someone that you like and you already know her, and I'll show you how to text that girl as well. So starting with the first time number, I'm going to tell you about the 48-hour rule, okay? If you've ever seen the movie Swingers, which, by the way, I highly recommend you see because it's hilarious. It's an old movie. God, I can't believe I'm saying old movie. It's only from the 90s. I guess that was 20 years ago. And it's with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. And they go out and they meet girls and they talk about when they should contact the girl. And it's really funny because it ends up that they said that they contact the girl 6 days later after getting her number. And it's hilarious. I hope that none of you guys are doing that. I believe in the 48-hour rule, especially these days. Okay? Why the 48-hour rule? Why contact her within 48 hours? That's because if you don't, that means someone else is probably jumping on board and doing it, and you're going to be missing out. If you're getting a girl's number, especially a high-quality girl's number, someone that's really awesome or really beautiful, there's a good chance that she's giving her number away to other guys as well. So you need to kind of jump on board. And also, with mass social media these days, we're in contact with so many people that it's very possible that you're going to get a girl's number, and if you text her like a week later, she's going to actually forget about you. Because that's what happens too. Attraction decreases as time goes on. That's exactly what happens. So I want you to contact her within 48 hours. You're going to text her within 48 hours of meeting her. Okay, so here is an example text. This is one that is just so simple. Steal this, use this. This is something that I have been coaching for years. It's crazy that it took me a while to kind of figure out this simple text, but I'm not really into texting weird text. I don't know. There's a lot of text game stuff that makes you sound very like gamey and strange, and a lot of girls will see through that these days. So this is really simple. Hey, you, great meeting you last night. Again, this is something you can kind of play around with. If you didn't meet her last night, you met her a couple days ago, say the name of the night. Great meeting you Saturday, great meeting you Sunday, whatever it was. And then you put a little cute little saying here, cause any more trouble after I left, dash, and then your name, okay? And the name is really important because she might not remember you. Even 24 hours later, she might be like, wait, who's that again? What was his name, right? Because we're meeting a lot of people, we're doing a lot of things, so you want to remind her of who you are, so you'll put dash your name. So that's a great opening text, okay? And it will work for you, okay? So if you're one of those guys who's watching right now and you're saying this is lame, I would never say this, blah, 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 trust me. If a girl likes you, if you made a great connection, because that's what it's all about. It's all about making that great connection, getting her attracted when you first meet her. And if you did that correctly, then what's going to happen is that she is going to be excited that she got this text from you. It's really simple, and she's going to want to text back. Okay? She's going to want to text you back if she likes you. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go over my texting formula. And if you've been watching a lot of my videos, you might be like, wait a minute, Trip, this looks very familiar. I've seen this before. Well, you are right. You have seen this before. You've seen this on how to ask a girl out on Facebook. Check that video out. I'll put a link in the description below. But this is the same exact formula, okay? Because the formula being used is really just, it's the formula for any type of social media or contacting a girl, I don't know, virtually, digitally, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is the texting formula, same as the Facebook asking a girl out formula. It's T1, R1, T2, R2, C. Okay, not to complicate this anymore, but T1 is just your text. It's your text number one, which was like this one. Okay, and then she's going to respond. That's her R1. Then you're going to text her back, T2, and then she's going to text back her response to, and then C is close, meaning you're going to go for the close. You're going to go for hanging out with her, right? Because that's the goal. Remember, that is the goal. Okay, so in just a second here, I'm going to show you an example of me using this formula, okay, and using it almost to the T, but the general idea of what it looks like. So let's get into that. Okay, so I'm in blue and she is in the light gray, okay, and this is a few years back. So I did basically almost the exact same thing here, right? Hey you, how was the rest of your night? Now I broke my own rule, but I shouldn't have done that. I should have put my name after that. But either way, and then as you can see here, this is the best part. 9:42 a.m. I remember that this text message was sent the very next morning, okay? And here's the beauty of this, okay? I know you're probably reading these text messages right now, but just listen up for a second. The beauty of this, and the reason why I'm showing you this example, is because we talked for 5 minutes. Now, that's usually pretty rare, okay? It's very rare that you can, not that you can get a girl's number in 5 minutes, but you can get a number so fast and get her interested so fast. That's the thing. You can connect so fast. So I just want to prove to you that even after talking to a girl for 5 minutes and connecting with her and getting her interested in you and getting her to like you, and again, you can watch all the other videos in this channel to learn how to do that. Okay, but if imagine 5 minutes and she still responds the next morning. Okay, that just goes to show you the proof is this, is that when you really get a girl to like you, it doesn't matter what you text her. Okay, so let's go into it. Hey you, how was the rest of your night? And then she kind of responds, okay. I mean, hey, she responds. That's good enough. Hey, good you, we left kind of early. And then I said, where'd you go? And then I said, fasting today. Now, I said fasting today because that was referring to, I remember that she was Jewish and there was like a holy holiday and we were talking about the idea of fasting. And so I want you to learn from that's like a callback to our conversation. So that's something you'd want to do too, is call back to something you guys talked about. right? And she gets it right away. She says, just went home, no, I'm not you. Okay, and it's funny, right? Like, this is she's not really responding very excited. She's no smiley faces, no exclamation points, but let's keep going. Okay, so fasting today, no, just went home, no, I'm not you. And then I said, hell no, smiley face, we should hang out. And then I just go for it, right? So I did exactly the formula, right? Just went for the close. Hell no, smiley face, we should hang next week. What's your schedule like? Okay, and then she didn't respond for a long time. Okay, she didn't respond for a long time. So I sent this text message that was basically, I think someone told me to say this. I did not make this one up, but I said, I think she didn't respond for like, I don't know, a whole day. I said, was it something I said? Holds head in shame, LOL, right? Just because I'm calling her out on like, hey, where'd you go? We were talking, right? And she was responding pretty quickly, so it's kind of just weird how she didn't respond to that. And I was like, oh, this is probably the girl who's going to flake. But then she said, yes, let's. So now here are the exclamation points. Here's the excitement. Sorry, I was getting dressed. I don't know if she was lying or not. Who knows? And then I said, cool. 1, what's your favorite food? 2, what days are you free? See how I'm just kind of getting right to the point there? Right to the point. And then she answers and goes right with it, right? She goes right along with it. Sushi, Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay? And then, let's see. I did love sushi, right? So I'm just kind of being cute with her. Love sushi, which I do. And I said, I'm just getting the logistics down. Tuesday, 8 p.m., what area you live in? And then she said, Brentwood, you? I said, West LA-ish. Very nice. Katsuya, let's do it. Let's. Okay, so what if you already know her? Well, I want to talk to you about something called the fun factor. Okay, what you want to do is when you're texting a girl that you already know and you're trying to get her to respond, you want to make sure that what you're saying is fun. You want to turn things into a more fun question, a more fun statement. And I'll give you an example of exactly what I'm talking about here. So the fun factor, an example would be like, instead of saying, hey, what's up, right? So instead of just texting a girl, hey, what's up? Pretty boring, right? I want you to turn that into, you'll never guess what I'm doing right now, ... So that's very intriguing. That's going to get her to want to respond to you. Okay, so you want to be fun, you want to be intriguing, like you'll never guess what I'm doing right now. And then whatever you want to do, maybe you are doing something fun, maybe you're doing something lame, and that can be sort of funny because it's like a juxtaposition, like this is saying that you're doing something kind of crazy, but you're really not. Play around with it, see how it works for you. Everything's kind of a test, okay? Another thing, instead of doing, hey, what's up, you could do something, whatever it is, reminded me of you. What have you been up to, Missy? Right? So whatever it is, something that reminded you of the girl, that's also kind of intriguing, right? She's gonna be like, oh, what's going on? Oh, I popped in his head, right? And then you kind of be all cute about it. What have you been up to, Missy? Okay, another one could be, instead of saying, hey, what's up, you can say, OMG, what are you doing right now? Okay, so that's going to get her attention. Just be like, she's going to be like, oh, I'm doing this. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to be like, why is he texting me in such a panic and such a fury? And then after that, you can be like, you and me have to get together or something. It doesn't really matter what you say. The point of these text messages is to get her to initially respond. Okay, if she doesn't respond after this initial text and she doesn't want to go out with you or hang out with you, then I would drop it. She doesn't like you at that point. There's no special fun little quirky magical line that you're going to say to her that's going to all of a sudden get her to want to meet up with you again. Okay? And if that does happen, it's just super rare. I'm just being real with you, okay? I'm not going to give you some lame advice here that's going to steer you in the wrong direction, okay? But these are some good text messages to kind of start it off. Okay, here's another one. And what trouble have you been getting yourself into lately? Okay, you can use that as a follow-up, or you can use that as an initial text. And again, that's just kind of flirty. I like the little emoticon there. Okay, and remember, what's the goal? What's the goal? The goal is to get her out, so I don't want you to just stay in a text message conversation for days and days and days and not eventually ask her out or get her to meet up with you, okay? Because that is what you want to do. You're going to gain quicker attraction with the girl if you meet up with her rather than trying to do it with some stupid little text messages, okay? So that is the goal. Okay, and I want to give you some rules in terms of texting before we close off this video so you know what to do when you guys are in the middle of a text message conversation. Emoticons when necessary. Okay, so here I use an emoticon because I'm just being like flirty and cute. Okay, so if you're being flirty, you can throw it in there. Don't overuse emoticons because then it makes you kind of look girly. Okay, only use them when necessary, and do use them. Use them once in a while. Use them if you're ever telling a joke. So if you're saying something that might come off as kind of harsh, like you're teasing her, throw an emoticon in there to let her know that you're just kind of flirting with her. Okay, don't over text. Don't over text. So don't sound like a bunch of text messages when she hasn't responded to you. Okay, that's going to come off very needy. I don't want you to send very long text messages either. Don't put a whole story in a text message. Okay, the only exception to that rule is if she's doing it first and you're responding, you're having a long conversation. But even if you're at that point where you guys are sending each other very long text messages, I want you guys to get on the phone. Just call her. Okay, again, it's going to be better to connect with her over voice or in person rather than just reading some words on a screen. Okay. Another rule is avoid the getting to know you. Okay, so don't try to get to know her over text message if you first met her. Save that for in person. Okay, don't try to do any kind of like questions about what she's into or getting to know her and her interests or her values or anything like that. Do it in person. Don't do it over text. Text message is just the vessel for logistical purposes so you can meet up with her. Okay, so if you want to learn more about texting, if you want to get really, really deep into texting and with more examples and every little situation you could possibly think of, go to tripadvice.com/blog and get the ultimate guide to texting. Okay, it's right there on the blog. If you're watching this right when I put it out, it's going to be one of the first blog posts. If you're watching this like a year after I put this video out, don't worry, it's still up there. We're not taking it down. Just sift through a couple of the blog posts, look for the ultimate guide to texting, and you'll learn every little aspect that you need to learn. Okay, I'm going to be putting out some more videos on texting in the next few weeks here. And again, if you're watching this a year later, check out my other texting videos because you're going to learn more stuff that's not going to be necessarily in the ultimate guide, but everything's a complement. Learn it all, watch it all, take the notes, learn the stuff, implement it. I hope that you see success from it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're putting out videos every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.